fella's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk round those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves' Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill.
Whoa.
Listen, mister. This...
Come on.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. Ah! There's the foreman office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like. That ain't a toy, Mr. Marston! To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before. Don't you move a muscle now.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. Come on, boy! That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself. Don't waste those bullets!
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Yeah! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Giddy up!
Come on. Whoa there.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Come on, this is the only chance you're gonna get to rest. How about a cold drink? Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch. Right. Follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious.
Yeah! Whoa!
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Come on!
I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you?
Hey!
Let's see that rifle. I want a couple of these for the pop. Thank you, Mr. Marston. Looks like
Let's go! Easy.
Looks like that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes...
Come on!
I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
Come!
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Yeah. Come on. bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland! How you doing back there? Yeah! Should I wait for you to catch up?
Come on, boy.
Go! Yeah! Come on! Let's go!
Ah, Mr. Marston, how are you?
Can we just go, please? Take the reins, Mr. Marston. You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
So
Hello.
Not feet.
Fine morning for
An Ultra Plus casket from my ring.
Good to see you again.
Howdy.
Any trouble,
Thank you.
let me know.
well, thanks for driving me. It was...
Howdy.
Come on then, Marston. Follow me. What's the rush? They ain't going nowhere.
Last thing I do.
Walton's the top screw. Let's get after him. God damn it, he's onto it. Get after him.
Come on. Let's go. Come on. Go.
Move up to that wagon on your right. I'll cover you. Want me? Try talking to somebody before you pull the trigger. Get to the tree, boy. I'll cover you. That tool behind the rock is yours, bud. Wake up. Now get from the rock. I'll shoot you in the face. Yeah!
Not a bad shot, mister.
Hello? Hello?
West still is wild!
We've come from Mr. Soldiers' cattle!
You're gonna leave this in a box!
The bridge looks clear. Let's join the others.
That's it!
Come on now! Here. French whore! I see him!
Hey, we got something!
Go!
Miss...
Let's go! Yeah!
Drive them down the road, Mr. Marston!
Move it! Come on! Come on, let's go! Let's go! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Get right at them! Drive it this way!
Move! Come on! Get a move on! Let's go! Move! Let's go! Stay together, you dumb animals! Let's move here, my four-legged friends! No stopping! Let's go! Move! Come on! Keep it moving!
Keep going, Mr. Marston!
Move!
He's just
Good!
showing off.
Now we need to move this
Move it up! Move on! Move on! Get going! Come on! Forward!
Wait back and forth behind him! Keep him nice and tight!
Barney's gonna love this.
Come on! Let's go! Yeah! Move it! Come on, let's go! Let's go!
Watch for the runner.
Let's go! Excuse me.
Head for Armadillo! For the love of God, stick to the road! What is your name, friend?
John Marston.
Oh, good God! Good Lord! It's those scoundrels once again! Not too fast, sir! I beg you! I'm not sure I'll make it!
If we don't get you to a doctor soon, you definitely won't make it. This is getting real nasty. It's just me and you, partner!
What's for supper, Mama? I'll be home soon. Is that Armadillo? Come on, hurry! Dad, I embrace you.
For Christ's sakes, man, you're gonna be fine. We're nearly there.
Take me into your arms.
This is it. You're gonna make it.
Oh, by the devil.
I'm a terrible mother.
Come on.
All right, let's go. Stay together.
Marston, I hear you caught up with Mr. West Dickens.
I did. For a man who claims to have found a remedy to all ailments, he was in pretty bad shape.
His tonic has helped us treat many people.
Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Nice.
Ain't no survivors here, Marshal.
Come on.
Keep following this road.
What kind of man does that?
A bunch of weak men. A pack of cowards is the most dangerous kind.
Some men are just so plain meat.
I think it's this land that makes the men, as much as the other way around. Come on. Come on.
Let's pound leather, boys. Looks like they're headed for Ridgewood Farm.
Sons of bitches.
Didn't you once run a gang of outlaws, Marston?
Yeah, but not like that. It wasn't our way. At least it wasn't my way. Yeah. Easy.
All right,
This
boys.
way.
We need to get into that house right now.
Why don't you go get some bread? gonna have ourselves some fun. There's a deputy waiting for you in the shed out back. Make a... If you can, make a run for the shed. Keep your head down.
Thank you. They said they were gonna...
Looks all clear, fellas. Let's check up on the farmers.
Some folk tried escaping to the south.
Mount up, boy! We gotta get after those bandits! Alright, let's find those bastards.
Let's go.
Do you think they might be headed to Fort Mercer, Marshal?
What? Williamson's men?
Maybe. All this sure looks like their handiwork.
Yeah. Come on. Whoa there.
Wait, who's that up there? You just walk over here. Keep together and stay in here. Best cover we got.
Can somebody send a man for me to fight? This is boring.
Come back. There's too many to fight in the open. End up coming down the hill.
I guess we ain't gonna be friends now.
Hey, look what I got here.
Yeah. Come on.
Hello.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Right. Now you got some rope on your belt. Let's see if we can't...
Let's go. Whoa.
Hey there.
Let's go. I got you.
Hold tight. Coming to help you. Don't let it bust you, Mr. Marston. Lean into it. Let's see it, boy.
You're mine now.
Spook him too much.
Show me what you got, boy.
Come on, come
Come
on,
on
come
now,
on.
boy.
You're doing fine.
Take it slow now.
I got you now.
Come on. Let's
I'm in
go.
trouble here.
Marston. You'll have this in no time.
Whoa. Relax now. Almost
That's
got
it.
you.
Don't give up.
Nicely done. Activity for an old-timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's rope another one.
Come on, easy up now.
Come on, rope one of them. Hang on to him. He's a frisky one. See what you
now. Nearly there. It's all right. Come on, baby. Calm down. See? We're friends now.
You got him eating out of your hand! Nice work! I think that'll do it for today. Let's get...
Yeah! Come on!
Well done, Mr. Marston.
Let's go!
Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's head for Armadillo.
You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a catch.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No! That's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Pa hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He'd never admit it, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looks.
You're worth two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much. There's my boys. Come on, Mr. Marston.
Come on. Go. Come on. Let's move here, my four-legged friends. Come on, let's go, let's go. Move it. Get going, come on. Move on, move on. No stopping, let's go. Yeah. Move! Come on! Keep it moving. Come on! Yeah. Come on now. Easy. Easy there. You're mine now. Whoa. Relax now. I got you now. Relax now. Relax now. Nearly there. Let's go. Come on.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston.
Let's go.
Let's get going before the weather gets any worse. That sky don't look good. I'm starting to think somebody up there's conspiring against me. Are you a religious man?
Not in any real sense. Sometimes I tell myself things happen for a reason. Like what brought me here was fate come a-calling. But nobody made my path for me.
We all need to look for answers somewhere. Some in big old books, others in big old bottles of whiskey.
Believing in some kind of divine purpose ain't gonna give me my wife and kid back. The past is who we are, Miss McFarland. There ain't no changing that. Faith is a luxury I can't afford.
We have 2 herds out grazing in different pastures. We'll need to merge them and bring them all back.
I think we can handle that.
The cows get real ornery in bad weather. It's more work, but I'll show you how to deal with them. It's gonna be difficult to talk in this weather. Stay close. We don't want to lose each other. Watch it in that mud. Whoa there. Let's take them over to the other herd. We'll try to drive them all back to the ranch together.
Move it up. Come on, come on, come on.
The weather changes fast out here. This storm came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Come on. Move on, move on. Forward. Yeah. Get a move on. Let's move here, my four-legged friends. Let's go. Come on. No stop. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
Oh my God! They're running for the cliff! Ah, that was close. Let's round up the rest.
Move! Go! Come on, easy up now. Come on, let's go, let's go! Get going, come on! Move, come on! Let's go! Move! Keep it moving! Whoa, whoa! Move, let's go! Come on!
Come on, let's see if we can... Whoa! I've got a bag. Hurt himself.
Your father can still handle it, Miss McFarland. He's built like an oak.
Wait for me!
Yeah!
Daddy! What happened?
Nothing nice.
Please stay close.
Come on!
Come on, boy. What could have happened to those poor men? And their horses were dead, too. Easy now.
Yeah!
This ain't working! We gotta get to the horse. It's getting worse. Help me, will you?
There's no way in through the front. Mr. Marston, please. See if you can get in through the long... Give it a shot. Get that horse.
Come on. We're running out of time. He's gonna do it. Come on. Come on. Boss, take care of that.
And I can tell you with no uncertainty.
To Ridgewood Farm, the sick and needy await us. Oh, the life of a wandering sailor of soul. Chef, how do you explain the best showmanship job? The flourish, the wow. We are operating in a competitive marketplace. Our product must stand out.
And how does this involve me?
We're going to use...
I'm really starting to regret this.
Stay on the road! They're going to destroy the merchandise! I'll drop you off now. But once I'm set up, saunter nonchalant. substantial outlay into the cloud that is sure to be forming. Eventually, I will call you up to try my talent. After extolling the virtues, I will have you perform a few feats of wonder to amaze and impress the paying.
Such as?
Oh, nothing out of the ordinary for a man in your line of work, I assure you. Best you...
Let's go! Friends! Hard-working souls!
Wait! He is still...
I knew he was lying.
Remarkable! The eyesight of an eagle. Get ready to shoot that hat.
You're more crooked than us.
Have you ever seen such an eye? Behold! Let the battle commence! Behold the miracle tonic! There it is! Marvelous shot, dear boy!
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Come on then, partner! Slide! Slide! They don't care none.
These people have been laid to rest.
You don't know nothing. I talked to them long after they've been forgotten by every other fella. I tell them it's all right to be scared and alone. I embrace them when they're stinking and rotten.
I met some sick bastards in my time, Seth. But you're special.
Folk is cold and heartless all their lives. To me, they gets warmer when they're actually cold and heartless. Surely that makes sense to even you.
Not exactly, it don't.
Are we really living anyway? Do you exist outside my mind? Maybe we're both having the same dream, and when we wake up, we'll die.
I certainly seem to be in some kind of nightmare.
Have you looked in the cave, Seth?
It's very dark.
What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing.
I just heard you say something.
You're a crazy man. You should get that head looked at.
Seth, I need someone who can get a wagon inside Fort Mercer. I was told you could help me, but I'm not sure you even know what day it is.
I don't. I can't even tell you what year it is.
I knew this was a waste of time.
So, you want to go after Bill Williamson, do you?
You know Bill?
Oh, yes. I met Williamson and Deke, all them boys. Sometimes they call me on when they get some special job needs doing. I got a reputation as a man who do things most other fellers won't.
Now, that I can believe.
I reckon you can get in there, no bother. Assuming you help me find this map, that is. Faster!
Yeah! Easy. Yeah!
All right, this is it. Let's stop here, Mo.
This is one god-awful assassin.
I know. This thing is deader than a side of meat.
Come on! Yeah!
What's this got to do with you?
Faster!
Just leave me alone! God damn you! You ain't the damn law! Sense lying to you, mister! Moses, you son of a bitch! Where's... Best we deal with this now, mister.
Well, hello.
Howdy, friend. I've got a letter here that pardons my crimes.
You're in the clear now, but you be careful now.
So, mister...
I can take you all over. Where do you want to go?
Take me to Armadillo.
Feel free to go to sleep in there, sir. We've arrived, sir.
I don't have a clue. All right, but it's got to be something to do with it.
Come on, let's get this charmer to... Dressed as cocky as the king of diamonds, talking a lot of flannel about helping us, about spreading peace and civilization to the west, but they brought nothing but trouble and taxes.
I agree with you. Wolves in sheep clothing, all of them. Rob you, then make you pay to have someone investigate the crime on your behalf.
People around here have been fooled into feeling protected, when they're worse off than they were before.
The fellas I know don't care about people. All they care about is lining their pockets. Why is this sorry son of a bitch so important to them?
Norman Deeks Williamson's right-hand man. In other words, a glorified errand boy.
Wait, Marshal! I'll be back for you!
Bill's standards have slipped.
We already filled you with lead once, you ugly
Deeks is
bastard!
the kind of man who's mean enough to be second in command, but too cowardly and stupid to ever be a leader.
Don't ever use that line near your deputies. You know, for his sake, they'd best not have laid a finger on Miss McFarland. What is this place we're headed?
Tumbleweed, a lonely, god-forsaken place. Some people say it's haunted. It was quite a in its day. Then they built the railroad to Armadillo and went clean past Tumbleweed. And that was that. Pretty soon, everybody had up and left. Now it's just thieves, smugglers, and bandits. Scum like Deke here. Oh, popular spot for lynchings, too.
Let's try to avoid that if we can, Marshal.
I I just hope you're not taking advantage of the McFarland, Marston.
They saved my life. Gave me food and bed when they had no idea who I was. I owe them more than I can ever repay.
That's just they've been through a lot. Well, they're both vulnerable, different ways.
I wouldn't have been running in and out of a burning barn to save their horses otherwise.
I know you helped, just like you helped me. But you got your reasons for doing it.
It's no secret why I'm here, Marshal. I told you the very first time I walked into your office.
I trust you. It's just all this business with Blackwater and Williamson. Sometimes it's hard not to have doubts.
I understand. I never planned to be in the lawman business neither.
How is this mess supposed to turn out? Sending an outlaw to do the work of a lawman. That's madness.
Ain't much difference between the two.
To be rules, Marston. Even you must understand that.
It's easy to make up rules, but they ain't much use if people don't understand why. Like my son. If I tell him not to do something, he'll do it anyways, just to spite me. If I punish him, he resents me for it. But if I show him why it's wrong, at least he has reason not to do it again.
That's nonsense. Without laws, we're nothing more than animals. Just look at Deke here.
Go to hell!
Man has worked hard at civilization. Your boy steps out of line, you whack him. He does it again, whack him harder.
You're a good man, Marshal, and I respect what you're trying to do. From what I've seen since I've arrived here, the law ain't really working.
Criminals are like weeds, Marston. Quick as you stomp one out, another one's wrapped up in its place. Slow down!
Faster!
Easy there.
John, lead Deke into town. We'll be right behind you.
I'm sure it's been nice for the boys to have a whore to play with. I hear those rancher girls like it in the rear. Maybe she won't want to go home. She's been fucked so good.
Why don't you save some of that breath for breathing?
Come on now, boys. Cut me loose.
Where's Bonnie? I thought we had a deal.
Well, you thought wrong.
Too late to talk about things! Bonnie! Where are you? Come on, come on! Touch her again and you're all dead! Come on! Yeah.
Now, sir, through gap tooth breach. Here we are, John. Gap tooth breach.
Drivers! Y'all know the rules. But for you newcomers, this here's a fair rate. Keep to your manners So now that's been said, y'all can get to running each other off the road like always. All right now, counting to 3. Ready, set, go!
take care of this cart for Mr. West Dickens.
Come on, John. I suggest we beat a hasty retreat. Right. Whoa, now.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Where you headed?
I need to go to Plainview.
I don't charge extra, as you see.
I'm just gonna have a rest.
Got you there, sir.
Friends! Hard-working souls!
Someone get that beast back! St. Homobonis has not been looking down on me favorably. Who? Homobonis, the patron saint of businessmen.
I'd say he's doing
Poppycock! Those inmates were clearly informed of my refund policy.
You can only shit on people for so long before they decide it's their turn to pull down the pants.
A crude metaphor in every sense of the word, my dear boy. You leave the business to me. Do I try to tell you how to rob banks?
Robbing banks felt more honest than this. You can still run away!
Good shot! Sure is lucky you came along when you did.
Lucky for who?
That'll show him respect science!
Well, it looks like the global expansion of West Dickens elixirs might have come a cropping.
Nonsense. Just another bump on science's rocky road. Oh my good God! They blocked the road! Excellent, John! Now let's make haste with Cueva Seca! What do these numbskulls expect? Miracles?
Well, that's about what you've been promising them.
Keep that gun at the ready, my dear boy.
For a man of the people, you sure ain't very popular.
Here you are!
Maybe you need to think about a change of career.
I will never give up on science, John. Good shot! How can these people bitterness?
Well, I ain't surprised. That tonic I drank at Ridgewood went through me like a dose of salt.
Fine shot, my boy!
That ain't nice!
Good God, you're going through it! Hurry, take it! That's it!
I've given you enough chances to walk away!
Hang in there, John! Not far now! Well, that was a little hairy. Thank you, my dear boy. You saved the day again.
It always impressed me. Mr. West Dickens!
Let's go, my dear boy. I'll show you the way.
Yeah. Yeah. back! Out of my way! Come on! Come on! Go! Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Come on! Yeah!
He came, he saw, he conquered.
Yeah! Come on!
Let's go! Tumbleweed, I got a feeling the treasure's around there somewhere. Stay left! No need for the people of Armadillo to see my friends back here. Damn it, mister! I told you not to drive through Armadillo! Where are you? Come on, don't be shy.
What did you say?
I didn't say nothing.
Are you talking to them?
So what if I am? I feel less alone with them than in a crowd of people. The way I see it, they lost their souls, just like me.
You're truly a sick man, Seth.
You remind me of why I hate people. For a man who kills so much, you sure seem to have a problem with the dead. Life kills everyone in the end. They ain't so different from you and me.
Aside from them being dead and rotting, I guess they ain't. All right, Seth, calm down. You talk to the corpses and I'll drive the wagon.
They're coming after us! Get us out of here! I'm gonna look for the map back here. You try to shake those damn rednecks.
Boy, you better run, 'cause I'm gonna keep walking till I stay dirt.
This'll all be over soon. There's some bullets on this. Better than a poke in the eye. Oh my! Oh my! Is this the quickest you can go? Are you hiding something from yourself? Oh, you naughty little boy!
I'm gonna kill you.
See, we're one big happy family. Yeah! This feller had a few bucks on him. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Come on now, play nice, my lovely. This won't take long. Where's my map? Come on, whisper to me. Well, look at this. Some elixir. Thanks, partner. Be seeing you very soon. Give you a hand, fella. Christ alive! It's the map! I found the map! Looks like the treasure's in Tumbleweed. That's where I was headed. It's fate. Keep going. We're almost there. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Finally, months of searching. I'm gonna be rich beyond my wildest dreams. Thanks, mister.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
According to the map, it's somewhere in that big abandoned house.
Now what are you gonna do?
Thanks to the map, mister.
Oh my! Follow me! Don't leave any alive! I did all the work! Me! Put him down! Can't be happening! Come on! Don't torture me any longer! Get over here!
Come on. Whoa there. Yeah. Let's go. You
smelt out the wrong hell. Don't worry, old pal. Hell's better than Wales.
Let's get this over with. The saloon's calling me. Come on then, let's find this gun.
Who were those fine specimens of humanity?
They was my only friends in the world. And boy, am I glad to see them bastards dead. We all met on the boat over a few years back, we did. Let's go, Johnny. Rattle your hop.
You don't seem too upset about your friends getting killed.
Life's too short for regrets. And I'd outgrown them fools. Their both was getting increasingly unreliable. I was the brains of the operation, as you can imagine.
Not for now. The thieving bastards are holed up at the cabin by the lake. Can't wait to see the look on their faces when we blast in there. They'll be more surprised than a slut dog with their first porcupine.
Without me?
What the hell do you want? What the hell?
Whoa! Let's go! Whoa! You're mine now, you dumb bitch!
Mighty fine course. Not a feller to give up easily, are you? Faithless Flora, the lily of the West.
You're not gonna pass out on me, are you, Irish?
Me? No, I'm afraid. Or at least somewhere stuck between fair and meddling.
Well, you're gonna be stuck somewhere between dying and dead if you try to cross me again.
It weren't like that at all, feller. Me intentions were pure. I swear it on me poor mother's life. I just gets a tad confused from time to time. Honest mistake.
If there's any more confusion, I'll finish what your friends in Armadillo started.
Jesus! You're an impatient bastard, aren't you?
Where's the gun, Irish?
I hear some miners been blabbing about a machine gun they found. Apparently, they got it stashed up at Gaptooth Breach.
What do miners want with a machine gun?
Shoot it at somebody, I suppose? Or sell it? I don't know. Never been down a mine in all my life.
Sounds real fishy to me, Irish. I've just about had it with you and your games. You and Wes Dickens are so crooked, you can swallow nails and spit out corkscrews.
Maybe if you was more cordial with folks, they might be better inclined to help you.
I saved your life and you repaid me by lying, nearly getting me killed.
Not far now, Johnny. We should go around the side of Gap 2 so the miners don't see us coming.
I still don't know what miners would want with a machine gun.
Miners are always fighty bastards. Spend too long without daylight and doxies, and it starts playing with your mind.
I never heard so much shit come out of one mouth.
Only telling you what I heard. Oh, and we'll need a wagon or something to get it out of there. That gun's heavier than sin.
So how was I supposed to move it by myself last time? Two-faced little bastard. Come on!
Easy there. Here we are. Let's stop here a moment to get a lie of the land.
You're trespassing. State your business. Open fire!
I'll boil you! This should be a fair fight if you can shoot straight! Gentlemen. This is mighty generous of you, mister. Surely know where I am. Let's go! Go!
Up, sister. Put them.
How about a drink or two, mister?
Unfortunately, I've got a wife.
Looking at, huh?
I can't stand to see a man walk around with such a dry pecker. Can I help?
Drunk as I am, my prig's in fine working order. I just got me a shiny new
Catch
blade
fresh air's
from
got me head spinning like a top. Can't be good for a fella.
Shut up, you lazy drunk, before I stop your head spinning with a bullet.
I resent that, Johnny. I've been working like a beaver on your behalf.
You've been working like a weasel on my behalf. Bushwhacking defenseless ladies of the cloth? You must have been raised on sour milk, Irish.
What are you talking about? I'm a good Catholic boy.
You're a booze-blind coward.
And you're a hypocrite, Marston. You've robbed just as many innocent folks as me.
I tried to only rob those who had more than they deserved.
Christ, the church has more money than anybody.
Where are we going, Irish?
Just to the warehouse here in Thieves' Landing. I'm telling you, Johnny boy, it's all set up. This is it. Come on, Smiler. Damn it. That stuttering bastard said this would be open. Oh, well, we'll go around the back. Shaky's probably waiting for us there.
I'm beginning to lose my patience.
I'm starting to think you're soft on me, Johnny boy. Can't even sneeze these days without you being there to catch the dregs.
This is your last chance, you good-for-nothing shyster. You've already wasted too much of my time.
Keep your eyes open. Shaky's all right, but I don't trust the gang of fools he runs with. Shaky's made the arrangements. I'll be waiting out by the front gate with the wagon. Good luck.
What was that?
Who the?
Hurry! All right, let's get out of here while we got the chance.
Thought I had
That's it. Introduce this son of bitches to your bubble pal, Mr. Rock. Who's thinking before punish? Take now. Let's head for the door. Follow me. Open the door. I got you covered. Shit, there's a bunch more of them out by the crates. Oh, God.
What's the matter? They got the stand.
This ends right here!
Nobody puts their hands on.
Why don't you go get some bread? Even this up a bit!
Look out! Follow them bastards!
Don't mess with me!
No, you don't.
I'm gonna stay here again.
It was always gonna end this way.
Now we're even. All right, hop on. I'll get this out of here. Are you coming or not? Did you have fun in there, you and Shaky?
I killed a lot of men for this damn machine gun of yours.
I'm sorry I missed all the dramas.
You always miss all the drama. There must be cobwebs growing on that holster of yours.
Someone's got to drive the wagon, don't they? Teamwork, Johnny boy. That's my game, not just the glory like you. Shite! They're coming after us! Hold him off, Johnny. I'll get you back to McFarland's.
worry, pal. I got you covered. They're not giving up, are they?
You really want to die, friend?
I don't like this, Marston. My heart's beating like a bloody drum.
Just drive, Irish. You're acting like a schoolgirl. I'm telling you, Irish, that machine gun had better work after all this.
Don't you worry. You won't find a finer piece of artillery west of Dublin. Look out, there's one on the bridge up ahead. Jesus, we really ruffled a few feathers back there.
Seems like half New Austin wants me dead.
Don't say I never give you nothing. Here come mine, them bastards. Jesus, somebody wants that ammunition real bad. Hell of a team, me and you. We should consider making this a more permanent partnership.
I think I've about had my fill of liars in this life, partner.
Well, I think you're ready for part Mercer. You got enough ammunition here to take down a small country, fella.
I'm gonna need it. Bill Williamson's got himself an army.
So I guess this is where we part ways, Johnny Marston.
Or maybe not, friend. You're gonna be right alongside me when I take on that fort. After all you put me through, it's time you pull the damn trigger for once. Show me what a big, bad killer you really are.
Yes, of course. What am I thinking? Don't worry, you can count on me. I just hope I don't steal all your glory. Wouldn't be right or proper.
Let's go!
Now just stay put till I tell you otherwise. That scoundrel Seth had better not let us down. Once we're inside and I've lulled our adversaries into a false sense of security with some beguiling sales patter, I will give you the signal.
What signal?
The moment you hear a sharp rap on the side of the wagon, rise like the phoenix and start shooting like you've never shot before. This is it, my dear boy. The moment of truth. Me and you, John. One last time into the breach. This is going to have to be the performance of my life. I hope my nerves don't get the better of me. I'll be honest with you, John, I'm a little jittery. John? John?
It reeks of miracles back here.
Thank God. I'll be ready with that machine gun, my dear boy. I'll be a sitting duck in there.
This should even stay up. Oh, man! Yeah! How many are there? Time to pop some cherry, boy.
Why are they all shooting at me?
Finish them all!
This was a mistake!
My God.
I think my work here is done. Godspeed, gentlemen. Farewell.
I think that's most of them, boys. Come on, let's regroup.
That's the last of them. We still can't find William.
Let's do this!
Bill ain't here. We looked everywhere.
Hold on.
Let's go. Come on.
Yes, well, that's what makes you...
Nice of you to turn up for once, Irish.
What do you mean?
In usual fashion, you conveniently missed all the action at Fort Mercer.
What can I say? I woke up with me head in a pair of tits, and it felt ill-mannered not to get reacquainted with them.
At least you got your priorities straight.
You know me, Johnny boy. I'll be late to me own funeral. They say God invented whiskey to stop the Irish from ruling the world.
Well, you're here now.
I can't swim, you know.
Me neither. But a current like this will carry you for miles. We'll end up on shore sooner or later.
Shite, somebody doesn't like us.
Cut them off, Irish. We're sitting ducks here. You're just about
Bloody
dead.
Nora! Nobody shoots at Irish in Lake. And this fella had a nasty grudge. There was only a little few pesos. All right, I'll beach this floating tinderbox once we lose these sons of bitches. I stashed some ammunition near the back of the raft. Grab it if you're running low. Damn cow chasers! And I'll be buggered backwards.
Oh, my good lord! I want that money fair and square! So much for a warm Mexican welcome! Two more of them coming along that bridge on horses. Go to hell! Heads up! More of them up on the cliff to the left!
This ain't exactly the reception I was expecting.
They're not ones to forgive and forget, these fellas.
Just run off!
Kill these unfaithful bastards, Marston!
What the hell did you do to these fellas?
I recall it was something to do with money, and possibly some misunderstanding. Ammunition in a box at the back of the raft. For the love of God! Stinking sons of trumpets! Alive! I simply can't all your daughters. I came into this world fighting, and I'll go out of it fighting.
I expect you'll go out of it pissing your pants. This is the fourth time your so-called friends have nearly got me killed. I thought you said they loved you over here.
They do. At least the lassies do. Oh, them big brown eyes. Turn stone into butter, they would. And the Mexicans know how to make a bottle of liquor, too. Oh, that pulque? Now, there's a drink as would take the frost out of a frosty morning. Oh, you're gonna have some fun.
I'm just here for Bill Williamson.
Well, I'm glad to be back. This place is a wild devil's paradise.
Apart from the fellers trying to kill you.
Down here, they call me El Rato, the cat, on account of me stealth and cunning.
I'm pretty sure Rato means rat, my friend. I like it, though. A little more inventive than Irish.
Well, you Americans never were very creative with your use of language, was you, John Marston? Damn murder, sons of bitches! By that...
I'm wide open here! You're dead, friend! I haven't stepped foot in this country, and they're already trying to kill me.
Well, you will insist on fraternizing with a notorious Irish outlaw.
You really want to die, friend?
Watch the top of that cliff! They're shooting down on us! Spanish?
You tell me. You must have been called it a few times.
On the cliff to your left. Board the bastard. Shite hook.
So much for your damn connections, Irish.
I told you they knew me in Mexico, didn't I? Bloody Nora! Go to hell, you damn-fronted bastards!
This sure ain't pleasant.
No. You ain't getting another penny out of me! I'll miss these escapades, young boy, I really will.
I doubt you'll remember any of it, Irish. Do you want to die?
I see that should put us ashore up ahead. Oh, my good Lord. We made it, thank the Lord. Right, lads, be getting out that floating deck. Oh, these horses.
Yeah!